The Africa Twin nameplate is among the most evocative in the world of off-road motorcycling. Dating back to the late 1980s, the original Africa Twin was called the XRV 650, a road-legal dual-sport inspired by Honda's purpose-built rally racer, the NXR 750, which dominated the Paris-Dakar Rally from 1986 to 89. This was in the days when the rally used to actually run in Africa, before the growing threat of terrorism forced organizers to move the event to South America in 2009. It has run there since, now known simply as the Dakar Rally. The XRV 650 debuted in 1988 and was replaced by the XRV 750 in 1990, which went on to become a legend over its 13-year production run. 13 further Africa Twinless years later, Honda released a brand new Africa Twin to the world, the CRF 1000L. That bike is now finally available in India and we've just had a go at it.
What does it look like?
The Africa Twin takes proud design cues from Honda's current Dakar competition bike, the CRF 450 Rally. The result is a minimal, yet beautiful machine where design form comes through the functional shape. It's the most proportionate, purposeful-looking ADV bike out there, with a tall front fairing that encompasses radiator shrouds which drop down to the sides. The sleek, twin-LED headlamps pay tribute to the original XR 750's round units and lend the face a striking look. Relatively small for an ADV bike, the 18.8-liter tank further contributes to the Africa Twin's sleek form. The side and rear profile see simple, functional designs, with a long, bright red two-piece seat unit that complements the Dakar-inspired paintwork. The rear passenger gets a large, flat perch and a chunky grab rail which can also support an accessory top box. The rider seat uses a clever height adjustment feature that allows the rider to easily switch between a 820mm and a 840mm seat height configuration. These numbers easily allow the average 5'7" tall rider to get their feet down. For reference, KTM quotes an 830mm seat height for the 2017 390 Duke. Unlike some big ADVs, the Africa Twin isn't terribly intimidating the moment you swing a leg over. The sleek look manifests itself in a slimmer feel and the wide bars provide great leverage while also offering the tightest turning radius in class. Combine that with the friendly seat height and you have a very approachable machine for a bike in this category. Behind the non-adjustable windscreen, a taller one is part of the accessory list, lies a tall, vertically stacked instrument inspired by the Dakar bikes. Information is very easy to read with speed and RPM information displayed at the top while riding mode, trip, and other information displayed along the lower screens. Telltale lights decorate the sides of the console. Switchgear on the left side allows control of the various modes in the screen as well as the 3-stage traction control. There's also a couple of unusual paddle shifters on the left and a rocker switch on the right side marked N, D, and S. And therein lays the uniqueness of this motorcycle. What powers it? When Honda originally announced the Africa Twin for India 2016 Auto Expo, 2 points stood out. 1. The bike would be locally assembled and, 2. It would only ship with Honda's dual-clutch automatic transmission or DCT. Available internationally with a conventional 6-speed manual or the 6-speed DCT, we, in India, get to choose only the automatic. This is a revised version of the DCT transmission that was originally offered with the VFR 1200 in India a few years back. The gearbox can change gears automatically in D mode or the rider can manually shift by using paddles on the left side. A 3-stage sport mode offers varying levels of gear shift patterns and an additional G mode alters the clutch action to provide additional traction in gravelly surfaces. The engine is a completely new 999.11 cubic centimeters parallel twin developed this bike. Honda moved away from the old V-twin layout for packaging benefits and this engine sees details that benefit an ADV bike. The engine uses a 270-degree crank that produces a deep growl and helps generate a better feel for traction at the rear. The compact crankcase houses the oil pump while the water pump is housed within the clutching, with both pumps driven by a shared balancer shaft. Clever engineering like this has helped reduce the engine's height, which simultaneously allows the low seat height as well as an impressive ground clearance of 250 mm.
Its 87 HP of peak power arrives at 7,500 RPM, while a maximum of 91.9 nanometers of torque is available at a low 6,000 RPM. The engine is enjoyably smooth, but a characteristic beat differentiates it from the turbine-like inline 3 and 4-cylinder engines. Power delivery is thoroughly linear and performance is strong, but not quite breathtaking, thanks to the relatively humble number and hefty weight.